El Paso, you guys ready for your next fight of the night?
So up next, we got Dominic Salcedo versus Calvin
This is a
Dunnan.
special fight. This is for the flyweight
it's a
belt
125
for
belt.
CFC 3.
5 3-minute rounds,
guys
right?
excited?
If it gets to it. Dominic
Introducing
was a
first
purple belt
fighting
under me
out
a
of
few
the
years
blue
ago,
corner.
so no, I
He
know
is
quite a
from
bit,
El Paso,
and he's always been a very
Texas,
gritty,
5'2",
very resilient guy. So
125 pounds.
you know,
With a jiu-jitsu
he's gonna be doing good. I don't know
fighting
this
out of
other guy
Empire
from
MMA.
Jay Pages is a good jiu-jitsu academy, right? So
Salcedo.
although jiu-jitsu matches in MMA don't really get too much, appreciation.
Right, but one of the things about Salcedo is even in the midst of taking a bunch of fire, like in the last fight that I called of his over in Tucson, Arizona for Rise of the Prospects, I mean, he looked seemingly like he was in a lot of trouble. And then armbar just wins.
He's
just
a
wins.
resilient guy, man. We used to catch him in chokes often, and he wouldn't tap them, and he would get out too. There's something about him.
I mean, you talk about a guy that can stay that composed when you're under just, a heavy artillery like that, and you're able to, keep things, where you want them, where you need them to set that up. I mean, it's super difficult to do, and he does this time and time again. He relies on his jiu-jitsu, but I think he feels that it's not 100% necessary in this fight. I think like Burchak was saying, both of these guys want to test the stand-up of each other, and Salcedo's got hands. Salcedo's got hands. Now, I know everybody knows this about head kick, but we're not shy. Flyweights are our favorite division. Flyweight's my favorite division. Not shy about it.
Why is that? All the speed, right? Movement.
I mean, they're better, faster, longer. You know what I mean? They can stay technical longer.
Yeah, I used to love watching the 125ers, like Mighty Mouse, Harry Cejudo. Felt like I was watching, Dragon Ball Z fight, right? They're like flying. They're in the air.
And they can keep it up for 5 rounds, which I believe this fight is 5 rounds.
No pun intended.
Yeah, right. So Salcedo coming in as the challenger, looking to dethrone the champ here in El Paso. The second flyweight title for CFC, and they're doing a great job building this division across the Southwest. Not being shy to bring fighters in, for all of their divisions. CFC is doing a really good job building out here. This is only their 3rd card. Absolutely tremendous.
Yeah, I agree. Even though it's cold as hell, we got a few thousand people out here, and they're enjoying the day, man. Enjoying the night.
And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he is from Tempe, Arizona, 5'4", 126 pounds, with a freestyle background, fighting out of Jay Pages MMA, Calvin Black Fox Dunning.
Thank you.
Calvin Dunning training out of Jay Pages in Tempe, Arizona. He is the defending champ. One thing of note about Calvin Dunning is the guy is just absolutely resilient. He started his career 0-2 against fighters that were champions in other organizations, and now he finds himself on a 3-fight win streak looking to defend his CFC title for the first time today against Salcedo. You have a gritty wrestler that's developing his striking, realizing his power at 125 pounds, and he's just absolutely relentless.
Yeah, so Calvin Dunning, I was talking to him yesterday. He wrestled for Morenci High School in Arizona. They are the back-to-back Division IV state champion wrestling teams. The coach there, Casey Woodall, has produced amazing athletes and wrestlers. Calvin Dunning was a Arizona State runner-up at 106 pounds. So, again, I think the wrestling coupled with Jay Page's jiu-jitsu is a dangerous combination. But I have a lot of experience with Dominic Salcedo. I actually have a match against him at Jiu-Jitsu OT. He's been a purple belt for like 8 years. Absolutely absolutely amazing and crafty jiu-jitsu. If he gets a hold of your leg, he is a leg lock specialist.
Maybe he's going to be the one to prove and bring leg locks back into MMA, right?
Now, you know what? I don't know if they're going to allow twisting submissions.
They said in the corner in the back that everything's allowed. Everything's allowed.
If you see him dive on a leg, expect something to pop, snap, crackle, and come off and him take something home.
We're going to have to rotate things. Pop it.
Calvin Dunning is in the cage, looking to defend his flyweight title.
Hey.
I want his next.
Go ahead, bro. At least I got a jacket.
And this is a 5-round title fight.
Five-round
Right.
title fight. El Paso doing things different out here.
Get this, Calvin! Get this, baby!
All right. Salcedo immediately takes the center of the cage. Calvin coming out southpaw.
Yeah, one of the key things when fighting a southpaw is you want to stay outside of that lead leg, right?
Right.
Dominic's going to need to be moving to his left side, and Calvin needs to stay outside and stay on that right on his right.
Well, Salcedo not being shy about throwing out that right hand. Oh, good kick from Calvin.
Nice, great return from Calvin Dunning.
Dominic blocked those, though.
Yeah. But you've blocked a kick before. It still hurts. Both guys look super composed.
Both these guys are very short, too. They're 5'2" and 5'4". So that head is not hard to head kick, right?
Yeah, you don't have to kick very high when you're as short as these guys.
Well, one thing that Dominic was saying yesterday was that he was hoping that the fight wasn't boring and that Dunning just didn't take him down and hold him, right? But
Well, it's
right
definitely
now,
in a boring fight.
They're definitely going after him.
Oh! Calvin landed a good left hand there. Salcedo
Yeah,
lands it
even
right
when
on the
you see that
exit.
there's a clinch opportunity, they kind of just get out of there, right? They're like,
Yeah,
both really want to
There-
strike.
There's a lot of respect for the grappling on both sides.
The striking is looking good. It's looking like a good striking exchange.
Calvin Dunning is a freestyle state champion as well.
Oh,
so
wow.
he's very versed in, all styles of wrestling, folk style, freestyle, Greco-Roman.
Oh. Big left hands here from Calvin Dunning.
Oh, nice. Dominic caught him with that right hand. He slipped.
This is anything but boring.
When
These
I
boys are
asked-
getting after it.
When I asked Dunning if he was worried about Dominic's jiu-jitsu and how crafty he is, he goes, come on, man, I train with Jay Pages and Oscar De Los Santos and all those guys. Like, I have killers in my room daily.
Good point.
Clinch here for the first time.
Dominic's working that body or having him against the cage.
Calvin's working that full Muay Thai plum right here and
gorgeous.
turns Dominic up against the cage now. Ooh, man.
Head kick attempt there. Nothing on it.
It's like a pretty even fight right now.
Oh!
No!
Dominic
Salcedo
got
in
dropped.
trouble!
Dominic got
Salcedo's
dropped.
in trouble! Calvin Dunning!
He's recovering. He's
Salcedo
recovering.
got dropped with that overhand right. I'd really like to see him establish a guard here and kind of keep the space eliminated from here.
Calvin Dunning just
Turning
throwing
away.
some.
Maybe he could Granby into a leg lock here.
Well, Calvin Dunning has to be careful here.
Oh, he got
Waning
like he's gonna
seconds
get
of the
saved.
fight.
Get saved by the bell.
Salcedo saved by the
Barely
bell, quite
missed that
literally.
punch.
Man, Dunning kind of let up a little bit right there at the end. Good shit, Calvin. Let's go.
Well, that
Well,
got,
it was a pretty even fight up until that
Yeah,
point.
that got Calvin the win.
Again, that's kind of how flyweight stuff is, right? It's like 1 minute there's just kind of a puff of smoke, and then
Calvin has a bloody nose for some
so
reason.
Dominic did catch him with two
that
very
right-
solid
yeah.
right hands.
Yeah.
Both guys being ultra aggressive with their power hand. Calvin just having a little bit more steam on his. And rock Salcedo there at the end of the first
absolutely.
round.
I'm hoping Dominic has, recovers here in the corner. Charlie Vasquez, great coach. probably giving him some good advice to stay with that right hand. One thing about fighting southpaws is you don't really actually want to jab. You want to use your right hand more. The distance for the right hand is a lot shorter, and the jab's kind of just there to paw that lead hand out of the way. If
Dominic's hopping, moving,
Dominic
looking
can
good.
stay outside of that lead leg, paw that lead hand down and get back to that right hand, he might be able to even up these rounds.
Well, Salcedo is bouncing on the balls of his
Looks like he
feet.
recovered pretty well. You know, after that damage that he did in the first round, I would like to see Calvin kind of chase this a little bit more. He should feel super confident right now.
Throwing
Looks
combinations.
like he's trying to put him against the cage and throw a flurry to catch him. Dominic doesn't shy
Yeah,
away
but
from that exchange.
being semi-compromised here, I wouldn't be surprised to see Salcedo get it to the ground as well, or at least make the attempt.
What is he going to do, try to take down on this wrestler?
Well, he doesn't necessarily have to land the takedown because he's comfortable on top or on bottom. Oh!
Oh, man.
Dominic
right hand.
keeps slipping,
There's that right hand.
slipping his right hand and countering with the right.
Both guys looking to just land power. Oh! He's hurt.
Oh,
knee.
man.
Got
That
caught with
knee
it.
was
Ground
perfectly
and pound
timed.
here.
Nice.
Again in the
Dominic
second round.
turtled up and is trying to turn to recover. He's putting his butterflies in. Trying to recover, keep the fight going. Calvin is just trying to get the finish here now.
Big strikes here.
Ah,
Salcedo
Oh, no.
in a world of trouble here.
I think it's getting close to getting stopped.
You can see that Calvin smells his finish. He's just
Yeah.
pouring it on.
Dominic is turtling.
Ref giving
I mean,
Salcedo
happy to have
every
Salcedo's
chance.
still showing intelligent defense. He's turning, he's coming up.
Calvin just being relentless, trying to chase this finish here in round 2. That's it.
And
That's
it.
it.
The referee had enough.
Mind if I take this one?
Wow, great job. I'm telling you, man, these kids at J Pages are different, bro. They train,
They don't train.
dude. They're absolute technicians from top to bottom.
I agree.
Their striking coach, John Long, All Night Long Striking, has done a great job with development. You know, where J Pages Jiu-Jitsu is strictly a grappling gym, they partnered with All Night Long Striking, and now the products are actually coming through, and you can see the results.
Yeah, I was wondering, you know, because it only says J Pages Jiu-Jitsu. Like, this guy's a striker too or what? So
Yeah,
they
and
have
you know, like if you look, like
Ladies and
each one
gentlemen,
of them
we
looks
have a
very,
winner.
very polished with their striking.
yes, I agree.
They're not
Winner
reckless. They're
by
not
second
charging
round
in.
victory TKO. Fighting out of the red corner, Calvin Black Fox